All right, we're almost ready to start formatting our document. But before we do that, we want to make sure we did one important task. Rename our document. Right now it's called Untitled. You may have already named it, but this is a very important step, so make sure that it's done. So click Untitled, then give it a name that relates to your project. Mine would be Costa Rica. And then simply click OK. You'll see the name change up here. Next, we're ready to start our formatting. The first thing I want to do is highlight my title and my name. Then I'm going to center my title right over here. Here's the icon. You click on it, now everything is centered. Next, I think I want to make my title bold. So I'm going to highlight my title and click the bold icon. Next, I'm going to highlight my name. I'm going to make my name italic. Good. Next, I think I'll make part of my title underlined. I'm going to just pick my favorite destination. I'm going to click on the U with the line underneath to underline it. And we're moving right along with our formatting. Next, I think I'm going to make my font size of my title just a little bit larger. I'm going to highlight once again. Instead of size 14, maybe I'll try 24. That'll make it really stand out. And next, let's change the font style, maybe of my entire project. So I'm going to highlight the whole thing. Right now it's Arial. Let's change that to maybe Comic Sans. See if you like it. If you don't, simply go to the top and change it to another one. You can see there's a lot of options. But I think I'll keep mine at Comic Sans. Next thing I want to do is add some bullet points. So I'm going to highlight a few lines that I set up for my bullet points, and then I'm going to go up to the top and look for my icon. Here's the icon for bulleted list. I also have one for numbered list, so they're very similar. So I'm going to choose a bulleted list. Now if I want to get a little bit more creative, I can click the little arrow next to it, and I can choose some different styles. Alright, next, how about we change some color of our font? I'm going to highlight just the very top of my title there. Here's the A icon. This is our text color. Right now it's black. And if I click the arrow next to it, I can choose from any of the colors that I see available here. So I want to pick something that's not too bad. And if I don't like it, I simply highlight it again and choose a different color. Now you want to be cautious. If you pick a very light color like this, sometimes it can be very hard to read. So I would recommend picking one that has a good contrast with your background. That shows up a little bit better. So my document's coming along, but I do notice that I have a few things underlined. That means that either it's not in the dictionary or it's misspelled. So what I can do anytime that I see one of these underlinings, I can use my right mouse button and right click. If I'm lucky, I will get a couple suggestions. In this case, it has summer here. So I'm going to click summer. That's the correct spelling. I'm going to move down. Here I have another misspelled word. I'm going to right click and I'm going to choose comfortable. We're just missing the M. Some other options that you may have if something is misspelled, or even if it's a name. Let me misspell something here. You have other options. Let's say it was spelled correctly. You can ignore all. You could add it to your personal dictionary. That would be good for your name, so your name doesn't always come up misspelled, even though it is spelled correctly. And you can put always correct to certain spellings as well if you have something that you misspell quite a few times. So those are just a few options. So let's go correct this one to Costa Rica. All right, next or last thing I want to show you is how to get an image from Google from the web. So if we go to the Insert menu, I'm going to go to Image, and I'm going to go up here to Search. And I'm going to search for Costa Rica, a map of Costa Rica. And notice I do have some different options to choose from Google, from Life, and from stock photos. I'm going to stick with Google, and I'm going to click Search. So here are a bunch of maps. I think I'm going to choose this one. I like this one. And I'm going to choose select. Okay, so it's just inserted that image. Now you did notice that it's split apart my title, and that's not exactly where I want my photo. So an easy thing that I like to do is I like to click Wrap Text. That controls how the picture interacts with your text. So I'm going to choose Wrap Text. And now if you notice as I move it, my text wraps around it. That's where it gets the name from. So I'm just going to put my picture down towards the bottom of the page and move it down just a little bit more. So now I have my title, my information, and my picture. So that's all for now. Good luck.